discussion ride through commentary is the 1959 classic that it opened in 1959 is this original Submarine Voyage at Disneyland. So sit back, relax, don't get claustrophobia, and we're going to watch this original classic.
All right. Well, hello and welcome, everyone. Oh, what is that?
Celebrating 60 years, 1959, and the Submarine Voyage is right there.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. This is the mug I wanted Bob Gurr to sign.
Oh, well, you can always take it and we can get it. Well, I guess maybe you won't make it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Yeah. It reminds me I got to finish the sign.
I said that last week.
Yeah, I
know. I got to do it. Anyway, yeah. So we are watching classic subs. I'm guessing we've all. Well, no, I'm guessing us three have written it, but the two UKers have not.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Coming soon to a theater driving near you.
Yeah.
I always remember the dragon or serpent or whatever.
Sea serpent.
Sea serpent. Yeah.
Hello, Christina.
Christina G.
Hi, Christina. Good to see you.
Yeah, she received a mug.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Nice.
I hope Leo has received his too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Leo's only I think he's in Texas, so he's not far away. Yeah, and Christina, I remember to play not this Sunday, but Sunday after.
Yeah, the 28th.
The 30th. March 30th.
Oh, the 30th. Yes.
30th. Yes.
30th.
Mother's Day.
In the UK. Because ours has to be different to yours.
Yeah, because we're weird. Ours is for a religious purpose, though, for some reason. I found it, yeah. It's a religious purpose, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's also our daylight savings time change, so we'll be back on a regular 8 hours difference for you.
Yeah.
5 hours.
Yeah.
After 3 weeks.
What do you remember most about this ride, Steve?
Going with my dad. This is one of his favorites. We had to go on it. I think most of the time was always I was mostly scared of the I think it was the volcano or something that was erupting, or if I remember right. I haven't seen it yet, so I don't it's different now with Finding Nemo and
the lost civilization of Atlantis and the volcano.
The volcano, yeah. So it was a volcano, yeah. That was always the scary part for me when I was a kid. But I loved the sea monster.
Yeah, I mean he's so like goofy.
Yeah, that's why I loved him. I remember seeing him for the first time. It was like, oh, we're gonna go see, because when you're a little kid and you're in that submarine, it feels like you're actually on a voyage. In the deep ocean somewhere. Yeah.
Voyage through liquid space. Yeah. Exactly.
So you're expecting to see all these scary creatures and stuff, and then you see that head of the sea serpent. It was really funny.
And the giant
squid,
the tiki head was in there.
Oh yeah.
I remember
the moa.
That.
Yeah,
the moa. Yeah.
If we watch it again,
then you'll see it.
I'll probably go, oh, that's what you mean.
Lewis,
right. So like Steven said, like it's for a child, and because I remember going on it when I was like 4 years old. Some of my earliest memories revolve around this very attraction. That being said, the part where you get to the deepest part of the ocean and you see like the anglers, if you know what a deep sea angler is,
yeah,
that part freaked the heck out of me as a little kid, because they got these large jaws and they got these teeth that look like as big as your head. And that always used to creep me out. But at the same time, I felt protected in this armored submarine.
Yeah.
Right? and like Steve said, like the for a kid, at least for me, it was a complete illusion. I thought we were really in a submersible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say that we thought we was going to like the Challenger deep of the Marianas Trench way out there in the Pacific Ocean.
Yeah.
But it definitely felt like you was on a real submarine.
Yeah.
You know, and I have since been on a real submarine, and I'll tell you the experience is about 90% realistic.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I remember the smells, the diesel fumes.
The diesel and just the disinfectant they used for the cabin. Absolutely.
I remember. Sorry, but
yeah, sure.
you were saying it feels like you're going down, but as you're standing in line, you watch all these subs go, and you're like, okay, they're not going underwater, but still, when you're in there, you're like, we're going under.
Yeah, that's because they have all the bubbles going up and stuff. So
exactly,
and then dive.
You know, definitely like some juvenile cognitive dissonance.
Yeah,
where you can believe two things to be true simultaneously. You know what I mean? That one you
as soon as you get in there and you see the bubbles, you completely forget that you just watched them not go under.
Yeah,
suspension of disbelief. We're going on a submarine voyage through liquid space. There you are.
So, like Shaz and Zach, have you ever watched videos of this or?
Nope, I mean Nemo.
Yeah, I watched Nemo when I was doing research for a video that I did. I think it was last Halloween. I included the serpent in like this top 10 list I did and stuff. So I watched it, but it's been a while, so I don't fully remember. I've watched it a couple of times, but
yeah,
I do remember the serpent and I remember the tiki head that you mentioned and stuff. So I'm excited to watch it again. I'm excited to see it. Should be good. Absolutely nice.
Yeah, I remember seeing that the sea monster or serpent, whatever, at the Van Eaton gallery.
Yeah.
I just remember seeing it like it was like the dumbest looking thing.
Yeah, I know.
And it's like that's not how I remember it, but you can see it all.
I should go find my pictures of that because I was there with Chris LNG Vids.
Joel, you showed me the picture of the serpent. He looks really cool.
Yeah,
he looks so
like you never got to see it all at once. Like
it's huge.
There.
It's so long.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's watch the ride through.
Sounds good. Who's this from, by the way, so we can give him credit?
Rad Retro.
Cool.
Nice.
Thank you, Rad. Thank you for this great video.
You are rad, sir.
Secure ship for sea. Make all preparations for getting underway.
And this is an upscale.
Yeah, I was gonna say the
stations.
audio is remastering. The audio is better.
Up all lines.
And it's in color.
Cast off forward.
Yeah.
Cast off aft. Clear the bridge. Clear the bridge. Secure hatches and vents.
Yeah, clearly this is not from 1959, but
no.
Yeah.
It's got to be from the 90s.
All stations manned, sir. Ship ready
Or
for getting
80
underway.
something.
Maybe.
We'll be able to tell when we see clothing.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Well, there was that guy there sitting to our right who was definitely like Zach
Stand by
with
to
the
dive.
wild shirts.
Diving stations.
Dive. Take her down easy.
No.
Aye, aye. Trim bow diving planes. 3 degrees down.
Catch her at 10 fathoms.
Aye, aye.
We're going backward. Because normally you're going to your
Well,
left,
we're all sitting
not
on
your
the
right.
We're sitting on the other side of the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. We're sitting on
we're
the.
sitting on the wall side and not the lagoon.
Oh, we're sitting on the right.
Yeah.
It's on the Matterhorn
Spears
side,
the
not on the
0 degrees.
Yeah, we're
side.
sitting.
Right.
Facing the Matterhorn.
3, 0 degrees.
Which you
All
don't
ahead full.
see as much as you
Steady
do.
as she goes.
Aye, aye, sir. All ahead full.
That's okay. This is still
This is
rad.
the captain speaking.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard. We are now underway and proceeding on a course that will take us on a voyage of exploration through liquid
Forgot about
space.
those lobsters.
En route, we will pass below the polar ice cap and then probe depths seldom seen by man. Make yourselves comfortable, but please remain seated at all times, and no smoking, please. The smoking lamp is out.
No
Smoke's not
smoking.
going anywhere.
Among these coral
This
reefs,
has to
you'll
be
see
80s.
various species of
The
marine
smoke.
life feeding among the seaweed and
Yeah, that's
unusual
true.
rock formations. There are lobsters, crabs, sea turtles. These reptilian patriarchs of the deep are the amphibious descendants of the dinosaur and have changed little in the past 200 million years.
It feels like you're going so fast, and
Yeah.
but then when you look from the top, it's barely even moving.
It's just so close to the window.
Yeah.
Fiji.
Roaming the coastal sea bottoms in search of food are the groupers, or giant sea bass. And speaking of giants, the giant clam has a fluted shell that can weigh up to 1/4 of a ton.
I always remember thinking those
And
were
the
just
moray
like the little
eel,
ones
with
you get
its
in your fish
powerful
tank.
tooth-filled jaws,
Oh, yeah.
ambushes unwary prey from holes and
Upscale.
crevices in the reef.
Yeah.
The
There's the
fish
eels.
world has always been considered a silent habitat. But now, thanks to remarkable
It's funny that
advances in
I still
marine
remember this guy's
technology,
voice.
we can use instruments such as our sonar hydrophones to actually hear the fish talk.
And that's what made it
Bridge,
part of
radar 1.
Tomorrowland.
Weather warning, surface storm ahead.
Weather alert. All controls 8 degrees down.
Weather alert. Down 8.
Hold her at 80 fathoms and proceed on course.
80 fathoms. Aye, aye.
Submarines can dive safely below the violence of surface storms. Other craft have not been so fortunate. Witness the evidence of their fate. The graveyard of lost ships. Stronghold of sunken treasure.
Salvage operation ahead, sir. Divers to port and starboard.
How many attempts have been made to claim the treasure that lies hidden in these rotting holds? A fortune in gold and jewels, safeguarded by these man-eating sharks and other silent sentinels of the deep.
I'd like to actually see the show building, how they built this.
Oh, that'd be cool, yeah.
We've raised the polar ice cap, sir. Ice flow thickening.
Take her deep.
Aye, aye.
Ooh, it's gone.
You just received a core light.
Yeah.
We are now passing beneath the North Pole into a region of deep water where the sun has never penetrated. Here in this realm of eternal darkness, nature
Too
has
bad we didn't
provided
have
her
Chris's
creatures
camera
with their
for
own
this show.
eerie
Yeah.
luminescence.
Warning
Uh-oh,
light, sir.
here we go.
We've reached maximum depth limit.
Ease her back up to 80 fathoms.
Here's the spooky part with the
80
spooky
fathoms.
fish.
Aye, aye.
Yeah.
I was telling you,
Lewis, Lewis, spoilers.
Giant squid dead ahead.
Stand by,
Oh.
repellent
you
charge.
see that grouper?
Steady as she goes.
Oh, for
Our
the giant
submarine is
squid.
equipped with a high-voltage electrical shield that would discourage even the most aggressive predator. There are legends told by ancient mariners of ships being crushed into splinters by the powerful tentacles of giant squid. But of course, these stories have no basis in fact. They're merely tall tales that should be classed as fiction, along with the myths of mermaids? I don't believe it. Mr. Baxter, check the air pressure.
Green board, sir.
There we go.
Mermaids. Sunken
Pay no attention to the water line on the roof.
Yeah, yeah.
I know that.
Or can it really be possible?
You doing that looking up at the ceiling thing?
You have no choice. It's right there.
Usual formation to port and starboard, sir.
Aha! These crumbling heaps of
There
stone
it is.
betray the hand.
Hey, there it is.
These
Tiki
classic
hand.
Forgot about
ruins
that.
could
Yeah.
very well be the legendary lost
cool.
continent of Atlantis. For centuries, scholars have debated its existence. Some believe that ages ago, a magnificent island was destroyed by a tremendous volcano.
Captain,
You
it's
hear
an
it?
underwater volcano.
This is the part that when I was a kid.
This confirms it. That seething mountain still denies rest to the civilization it destroyed thousands of generations ago.
The camera's actually doing a good job because it's so dark. It's
Helmsman,
Yeah.
steer clear of the tottering columns.
Aye, aye, sir.
Looks like Zach was trying to steer clear of the tottering columns.
Yeah.
I was, yeah. Dodging out the way.
We now appear to be safely out of the area of volcanic disturbance, and we...
Captain, sonar reports
we
unidentifiable
go.
condition dead ahead.
There it is.
Sir, it looks like a... It is. It's a sea serpent.
Great Scott, you're right. It is a sea serpent. Red alert. Emergency maneuver. All engines.
Wow, it's massive.
Aye, aye.
Yeah, it's big.
Yeah. You should, if he can find pictures, Zach, it's huge.
Yeah. I'll have to
We
find
should enter this in the log, shouldn't we?
No. Forget it. Nobody would believe it anyway. I think we've been submerged
It's really
too long.
and it's a bit Nessie-like.
Stand by
Yeah.
the surface.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
in like a dopey kind of way, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
We've just exited the show
Ladies and
Dirty
building.
gentlemen, we
face.
are approaching our home port.
We're now
Yeah,
back
We've
in the
enjoyed
lagoon.
having you aboard on this adventurous voyage through liquid space, our last frontier on the planet Earth.
And these bubbles also mask
Station the maneuvering
waterfall
watch.
that's dropping
Rig
down
ship
on
for
us.
mooring.
Yeah, on top
Aye,
of
aye.
you.
All hands to stations.
Pilot to bridge. Reduce speed and proceed to berth 29er. Stand by to dock.
Bridge, aye aye. All ahead, 1/3. Stand by the mooring lines.
See something completely different if you're on the other side.
And when
looking
the
out
cabin
other
lights
window.
come on,
Oh, yeah.
please stand.
It's more of the
and
same, but
disembark
you can
through
see
your
more
right.
because it's deeper.
Take small children
Yeah.
by
Oh,
the
You
hand.
see the lagoon.
Watch your
Dude,
step
I mean,
up
there's
the ladder.
different stuff,
Please
but-
use the handrail. All ashore, please.
They try to make it
All
so you
ashore.
can
Same
see stuff
kind
on
of
both
stuff.
sides.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
That was cool. This is 20,000 leagues.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah,
it is.
this is the wrong one.
Yeah, that looks completely different.
A little bit.
Mhm.
Little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's cool.
Sneak peek for next week, kids.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did find. Let me see if I can get this.
The what now?
One sec.
Yeah, I wish I would have that. Oh,
It's Casper.
yeah.
Oh God.
Jason
don't
biggest
believe you.
fan. The signs of amusement.
Yeah.
That's it. We're all one person now.
Yeah. I need to find that picture. I don't know where did
Oh,
I
yeah.
do it. Yeah.
Is it in your Disneyland pictures? You showed it to me not long ago.
I know, but and then I also have pictures of the sky buckets and people mover and everything that was there.
I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah. What is this, Jay?
Yeah. You remove the graphic from my face. This is when it was becoming Finding Nemo.
Oh, yep.
And there was just some things in here that I had never seen before. So This
Oh,
is
when they
from
were-
the OC register.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Oh,
when they
cool.
were
That's
changing
cool.
it. Yeah.
You didn't find it when you were looking through all of those pictures, looking for your Goofy picture, did you?
I think that's where I found it. Yeah. And that was on my external hard drive.
Yeah. I'm just scrolling through the pictures. Oh, I found it. It's in our WhatsApp.
Oh, it is. I stuck it
Yeah.
in.
So I'll resend it to you so you don't have to
Yeah.
forward. I'll forward it to you, even though it's your picture. Okay.
So they actually made a bus like made out
Oh,
like
cool.
the sub, which I never seen before.
That's like Steve's little submarine on wheels.
I know.
The one I can't find.
The one he's put somewhere safe and he can't find.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, is it currently MIA?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, it got trapped in
Yeah.
Atlantis.
Yeah. I don't know
the
what
other
Or
one-
in
happened.
his Uber.
Or in his Hoover.
Yeah. You mean
That's
vacuum
the only
cleaner?
other stuff.
These,
Yeah, same
these
thing.
cars are like themed.
That's
Oh,
cool.
That's very cool.
That almost looks like the Wiener Schnitzel.
I know.
Or the or
The
or like the
Wienermobile.
Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I meant.
I'm wondering where this is, or it's probably like sitting collecting dust somewhere.
Probably.
But
Yeah.
Or they turned it back into its original configuration.
Yeah, they've repurposed it to something else.
Exactly.
but
Shame on you, Disney. You shouldn't have done that.
You want to see the sea monster?
well, hang on. There was a part of the show building in here. This is why I wanted.
Oh, really?
show it.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Oh, I guess it showed the movie.
Oh, that's Crush.
Yeah, it looks like Crush in the
Yeah.
video.
Yeah, when they initiated it. Yeah. Oh, wow.
It's part
That looks cool.
Oh wow, cool. That's cool.
with the water missing, some
Yeah.
oral and all that.
Oh wow.
So that picture that they showed of the lady christening the boat
Yeah.
was Mrs. Mildred Nelson, a former Navy wave. That's one of the female sailors during the war, and the wife of Chief Machinist Mate Stuart Nelson of the USS Nautilus, of
Oh,
which this
wow.
attraction was
Wow.
patterned after.
Yeah.
Nice.
The world's first nuclear submersible.
So this is
That's
the
so
show
cool.
building. That's pretty neat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is cool.
Looks like it runs on a monorail track.
Yeah.
I know.
Well,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It does.
And it's not as big as I thought it would because obviously the guy on the ladder, that's like what? A 12?
Well, yeah. It's
Yeah.
not. I mean, if you think about how big the sub is when somebody is standing in there, it's got to be the top of it has to be where his head is. I mean,
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah.
It's not massive, is it? It's not. It's no wonder you feel a bit claustrophobic, Steve, when you get in it.
Yeah.
Because it's not big
Yeah.
at all.
It was weird. I never had any issues before, and it's like all of a sudden it just boom. Nope. No
Gotcha.
thanks. So
the other thing interesting in this shot, I don't see any decoration. So, is this just happen to be a dark section, or
yeah,
I
if you
think
look
this is
further
during the
down,
refurbishment.
right? But I'm saying, is this like part of the dark sections where they don't have anything, and then it's
Oh, you
up
mean
there?
like the part with the deep sea grouper part?
it looks like there's something covering the window that he's
Yeah,
in.
and that's but like there's pipes up here.
Right.
So yeah, I don't know. Like this could be just projections in here. I don't. It
The
just seems
screen,
off
yeah.
to me somehow. But
It's a very, very interesting photo, to say the least.
And Autopia's above you. So,
yeah,
Indeed.
and, there's
And
a
the
forklift
monorail.
over here.
yeah.
And the defunct people mover.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is
Looks like
Probably inside
oh,
the boat.
Yeah.
the electric motors and all that.
Right, right, right.
Because
Yeah,
they
'cause
are
they
electric
changed
now.
it. Yeah, they changed them out.
Oh, because now the Finding Nemo ones are all electric drive, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is a new tiki head that's on Finding Nemo one.
Yeah.
Yes.
That'll be for the.
Ah,
Oh, that's right by the money shot there. The bank
With the monorail coming.
monorail coming over. Yeah. Yeah.
That looks like 50s or 60s right there.
Yeah.
Mm.
60s, yeah. Seafarer. Yeah, that's almost like the thing I have. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Being down below there, and
Yeah, and they painted them like more vibrant when they redid.
Yeah.
it.
Right. A lot more cartoony.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which makes sense.
Yeah, of course. I mean, patterned after the film, so they'd
Yeah.
have to make it more cartoony.
How many subs do they have going?
Yeah, that's a good question. There's quite
I
a
have
few.
the answer to
yeah,
that.
I think there was like 8.
So,
Oh wow, that's
Oh wow.
Yeah.
so there was.
Oh yeah, Tony Baxter.
I was just about to say, is that Tony?
Wow.
It says there were 9,
9.
but there were 8 always in rotation.
Yeah.
Right, yeah, and a spare one.
Yeah.
And the original ones cost $80,000 each in $1959.
Yeah, because it was one of the larger. What's weird is the thing Disneyland had one of the largest sub fleets.
Right. They did have the largest civilian submarine fleet in the world.
It's crazy.
And the 8th largest submarine fleet in the world.
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy thinking about it like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's madness. What the heck?
You want to share
If you
your?
want to really call
Oh,
them
yeah.
submarines, of course. I mean,
Yeah.
we all know better. I mean, they're at best semi-submersibles, but
Here's the sea monster from
at Van Eaton,
when I went
look at
there.
that
cool it
joker,
is.
Zach.
Wow.
That thing's
It's
got to be
so
at least
big.
20 meters.
That's
Yeah.
my gosh. That's
I
massive.
I
isn't it?
was standing on the left hand side to try to get a whole body
shot?
shot. It was so hard to get the entire body in one.
I'm sure.
I'm surprised that's one piece, and like even in how it was on the in the show building or whatever.
Yeah.
Like there's rocks in front of it. You could have broken that up if they wanted to.
It may have been. I didn't really see. So what they did between the low parts, they stuck the netting in between.
Yeah.
So there could be.
true.
Oh, maybe
Yeah.
you might be right.
Yeah.
That's probably where they join the sections together.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. They can't,
I
ship
mean,
this like this.
If
like
you look
that.
closely at the photograph that Steve has, you can see the screw is at every low
Yeah,
part
it's every low part.
of
Yeah,
the
I see. Yeah,
serpent, like going all the way back to its tail.
I never
So
got
it's
to see
got to
it in
be where they
person.
join the segments together.
Yeah. This was such a neat place, and to actually see this and real.
Oh, Van
To
Eaton's
see-
just a cool joint. Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
to see how well this is actually preserved, though, is crazy.
Yeah.
Considering it was underwater for
Yeah,
however many years it was. When did Nemo open?
and
19. No,
Probably
wait, not 19.
I thought it was
Really
2000,
yeah.
2003.
2003.
Yeah.
I think this closed the same time around when People Mover did.
Mm. Oh wow.
I know it sat kind of closed for a bit.
Wait, I'm wrong. Finding Nemo Submarine Voyage opened on June 11th, 2007. My apologies.
Yeah, but it was closed for like 3 years.
It was closed for a bit
Yeah.
Right.
It was closed for a long time.
because I don't think they
Well,
knew what they were going to do.
Yeah.
Well, it closed on September 8th, 1998. That's the original
Yeah, okay.
version closes. And then the rumor mill starts with Atlantis, the Lost Empire stuff.
Mm.
And we've all seen on this program before, we've seen the expedition base signs and covering the dock and all that. We've seen that. We've discussed it here on here before, yada, yada, yada. But yes, obviously Nemo doesn't open until June 2007. So yeah, it's like a long time for a ride to be
9
hiatus.
years.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because I remember going there and seeing the walls, and it's like, what are they doing?
Yeah.
It was so long that they didn't do anything.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
so when did the Atlantis cartoon come out? because maybe they were
that
gonna
comes
try
out.
to,
That comes out in 2001.
so maybe they were going to try to tie that in there, but that kind of bombed.
Yeah, they were gonna, but clearly it tanked at the box office. So
Yeah, even though it's like a
I
cult
guess-
classic now.
Yeah, the Atlantis. Yeah.
So yeah, People Mover closed in like 95, I think.
Yep.
And then the Rocket Rods that replaced it closed in 98. So that is around
2001.
the Rocket
It
Rods.
closed. Rocket Rods
Oh,
closed.
they opened in 2000 or 98, and then they closed like 2 or 3 years later, or whatever.
Right,
Wow,
right,
so
right.
that wasn't open very long either. Is that just
No,
because
no,
of a
no.
structural problem?
Because well, it just couldn't
And it was
handle the
rubbish.
curves.
Yeah.
Had to keep
Well,
slowing
it's just
down.
a crap
And
attraction that was
it-
built like at speed and with like a tiny budget, and
yeah,
they didn't think it through.
Trying to be test track and epically failing.
kind of, yeah.
Epically failing.
But it didn't so much ruin the track as much as it ruined the vehicles because of the constant
Indeed.
stop and go and
Right.
stop and go. And
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you see how angry Steve looks right now. Steve looks angry
Yeah,
as heck.
no,
Like, he
we
don't
should
even
stop
have nothing to
talking
say
about
about
it before he goes full Hulk mode.
Yeah.
He's about to turn into like
that's his secret.
he's
He's
about to
always
turn
I
into President Ross, Redskin Hulk.
Yeah.
I
It's
avoided that. I avoided Tomorrowland during that whole time. I
Did you ever go on the Rocket Rods?
I
No.
didn't step into when they changed it over to what it became, and
Steve Jules Verne.
yeah, I went in there and I'm like, this is stupid, and I don't like it. Because I was so used to the old, the
1967.
yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, no, and the colors are just ugly.
Yeah.
Like I said,
Well, I don't think anybody liked that except for.
Jules Verne on the cheap.
And
I think
Yeah,
even the
well,
people,
yeah, 'cause
the
Our
Imagineers who did it.
Discoveryland in Paris is a similar color, but it
Yeah.
looks amazing in
But
comparison.
no.
it's everything else that's around it.
Yeah.
We still had the same retro looking
Yeah.
stuff.
yeah,
Yeah,
It
you
didn't make
can't have
sense.
retro looking stuff
It-
and steampunk stuff mashed together. It doesn't work.
it didn't.
No.
So after that, I never stepped foot in Tomorrowland.
Oh wait, is this
avoid-
when you discovered Frontierland and Critter Country? Is this the same time that'll happen?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. No, I went.
I'm
I
not
went on
laughing
Big
at you, I'm laughing
Thunder.
with you, my friend. Laughing with you.
No,
not
I
laughing
know.
at you.
Lou, did
It
you
just-
ever
when
get
you
to
told
ride?
us about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Jason.
Did you ever get to ride the Rocket Rods?
Yes,
Yeah, I did
I
too.
sure did. What a
I
wa-
actually
what a
liked
waste
it.
of- What a waste of 10 minutes.
Yeah, I liked it, but not for very long. Like I could ride it once and that was good.
I am so saddened. I'm so saddened. I'm so saddened when I went on Rocket Rides. Like I was just like I was expecting something cool and exciting.
We
And
were all
got
like,
this lousy T-shirt. You know what I mean? That's the
Yeah.
experience. Like this is garbage. Get out of here.
I think everybody was like, why did they replace it with this?
Yeah.
We should have kept
I mean,
the People Mover.
I mean, I've said it once and I'll say it again. That music, the original People Mover soundtrack, is the best theme park music ever devised. It is the
I like
best, hands down, the best theme park or attraction music ever made, and they killed it. You're not going to
Yeah.
get that at Magic Kingdom as much as I wish you would. You're not.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know about you all, but I listen to it about every week or so.
Yeah.
Just because I miss it so much.
Yeah. So have you guys been on Finding Nemo?
Of course.
Yeah, I've been on quite a few times actually.
Of course.
It's not my favorite ride. I mean, I probably wouldn't go
Zach,
on now.
you're going to get your opportunity, baby. You're getting your
Yeah.
opportunity.
You'll get to ride it.
Yeah, I can go find Nemo and tell my mum that I did it.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going to find it. Absolutely.
And then so what I did, because I for some weird reason how I got that, started getting claustrophobia, especially in that. They have that special room that you can go to now, which is really cool. So that if
For the
you
mobility restricted people.
yeah,
Right.
so
Which
if
I
you
find
cannot get in there
funny
and-
because that room is also pretty small.
no, it's not that small.
Well, it's not
No.
Yeah, but the
small, but
ceiling's not low,
it's
is
like-
it? So
Yeah,
it's not really like big though.
it's just like a regular
It's like a
room.
room. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And it's- you just have a TV in front of you that you're watching.
A monitor. Right.
Yeah, and then they got little, what do you call it, props all over you and stuff, and
Sure.
all around you.
Yeah.
So it's kind of neat to actually see that. So if you ever want to ride but don't want to ride,
Yeah.
you just ask the cast member that you would like to go into that
Use
room.
mobility restricted.
Yeah.
Experience. Right.
So
So it's pretty neat.
yeah. No, I mean, it looks like a lot of fun, the Nemo ride, but then nothing compares to the original, does it? Like, you know, that's
No, that was really cool. I
It
would
was
have
really
enjoyed
cool.
that. Had sharks.
yeah,
in it.
definitely. Yeah.
Sharks in it.
Yeah.
I like sharks.
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
cool. I
well,
like the narrator. Who was the narrator for that? It sounded very familiar.
Yes. So the narrator
You
is
can narrate everything in the 60s and 50s and 60s now.
the narrator was
It wasn't
Peter
Paul
Renaday?
Frees.
No.
Peter Renaday. What
Peter-
else has he done?
Yeah, Peter Renaday.
Loads of stuff.
And he did Splinter, the voice of Splinter for the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise.
Ah, okay, cool.
He also
That's probably
voiced
why it sounds familiar.
Abraham Lincoln at the original incarnation of the Hall of Presidents.
Oh, okay,
And-
cool.
And he did Henry and Max for the Country Bear Jamboree.
Wow.
Oh, cool. Okay.
And for you
Okay.
video game fans, he also was Easy Pete, Fallout New Vegas.
Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And he's been a character actor for, since 1965.
Wow. That's cool.
I mean, he passed away in 2019, he passed away last year. Passed away last year in September. But yeah, he's been a character actor and particularly voice actor. So yeah, really
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
And Disney, according to my notes here on the Submarine Voyage, he was picked because his voice is similar to James Mason. I don't hear it, but those of you out there that hear it, good on you. Sorry, James Mason is
liked
definitely
his
more
voice.
refined. You know what I mean?
His voice, just ever since I was a little kid, when you hear his voice, you know that he's the voice of the subs.
Oh yeah, he's a captain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so cool.
Absolutely.
What are you looking up, Jay?
Just trying to find the room.
Oh, the simulator room, right?
Yeah.
That'd be cool if somebody filmed it.
It's right under the
Well, I know Provost did a thing.
It's right under the monorail.
monorail. Yep. And
Like
when you exit out of
the speed ramp going into the
exactly.
monorail, right?
Yeah, because when you exit the monorail, you pass right by that room.
Right. Oh,
Chris.
Mr. Provost.
Worried about claustrophobia? Can you still ride attraction? Absolutely, 100% you can. I'll show you how to do that right now. To do this, you just come through the exit. You'll be greeted by a cast member, and you just tell them you want to do the outpost. And if you can't remember, say outpost, just say, I would like to do the ride without getting a submarine, and they'll take care of you. So the cast member just walked me right down here. This is the outpost right here. You'll notice the light is red on it. That means it's in use. When it clears out, the light will turn green, and they'll have you go right inside. Anybody can use this. Oh, both lights are on, green and red, so I think it means it's almost done. The light just turned green, so they're about to let me in. Because here I am with amazing cast member Nicholas, and I'm going to show you what he showed me, and this is amazing. So we have to show you here inside the outpost. All right, so right over here, this is
Yes, he's got all the
105.
105 right here, yes.
That is their
Oh,
Hidden
wow.
Mickey. You can see a little sweatshirt with Hidden Mickey on it. And
Fantasia
then
Mickey. Thank you very
110.
much.
This is the cast when they reopened it of 2007. There's an
So
opening
here's
crew.
looking
There you
at
can
it.
see a photo of them all in there of the opening day.
Cool.
And then, of course, it was shut down, and they reopened it again in 2022. And there they are, right there.
There's
Fun fact, I'm
Nicholas.
actually in this picture.
You're in this photo?
Wow.
Right in the corner somewhere there. It's hard to,
It's hard to see.
right
Taylor Nick is
There
in
we
the
go,
photo.
yeah.
right there. So if you come at some point by yourself, you can take a look for me.
Take a look right there. And this is the best. In locker 119, we don't know why, but you guys, there's Tarzan. A little shout out to Tarzan.
Yeah, Disney's Tarzan, an excellent film.
Yes, it
Great
is an excellent film.
Great
I
film,
agree.
Soundtrack, so
I love it. Nicholas, I don't know if you knew this though. When the submarines first opened, did you know they actually, for the first year, they had a dog on each submarine? Yeah, it was a subwoofer.
Oh wow.
Oh, yeah. Chris and his little plugs.
If you watch the opening ceremony,
Yes.
right, 1959.
Yep.
Disneyland 59 is the opening ceremonies. They
Big
have
one.
a full ride through of the original Submarine Voyage.
Okay.
And one of the passengers on that voyage is the Shaggy Dog from the Shaggy Dog, which also came out in 1959.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Little cameo that they have
Yeah.
in there.
I didn't know that. Now I'm gonna have to watch that.
Yeah, it's a great special. Also has dancers outside the Matterhorn.
Yeah, it's a big year.
And the
59.
best parade
I love how
of all
Nick is
time.
giving
They
me
have a
props
Frontierland
right now.
float
This
that
is
has
good
natural
stuff.
water.
Yeah.
Validated
Are
as
you
all get
serious?
out.
I need to watch that. Now, I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that the e-ticket that everybody talks about was invented because of the submarine ride? It was so
Absolutely,
popular.
yes.
He's like, I know that.
Yeah.
He's like, Uno doesn't play. Okay, got it.
See, it's not that small, Jay.
Well, it's not that big though either.
The ceiling's quite big, high.
It's fine.
Definitely relieve your
Like-
claustrophobic.
Now, this is
Well,
exactly
all
what,
ceilings
if
are high
you were
for
to
me,
ride the
but-
ride, this is exactly what you would see. And also, if you happen to have like difficulty with hearing or whatever, you can request closed caption and they'll put that on for you as well.
Ship rigged for getting underway.
Now, this room does not move at all. It's just literally the video of the attraction.
All
That's
ahead,
cool.
1/3.
Yeah. It's really cool that they do this.
Diving
Oh, look.
station.
Except
So
there's
my
a little
question
special
is-
of the
My question is for this experience: is
Yeah.
it live
On the
video
screen.
or is it just a recording?
No,
No,
it's a recording.
Maintain.
Yeah, it's a recording.
Auxiliaries.
Let's take it down.
And this little guy's with you for a while. And then, yeah, he goes away. He comes back later.
True about diving planes. 3 degrees.
Diving plane.
Should we watch this or we?
No, we don't have to.
No, we can watch this another time.
Well, because we
Yeah.
already did the other version anyway.
Yeah,
so-
yeah.
Yeah.
But it's this is the room that I was telling you about.
Yeah, I just wanted to show the room.
Yeah, no, that's
The
cool.
outpost.
Yeah.
Right.
I didn't even know that's what it was called. So that probably would have made my search go faster.
I made it go much faster.
Actually, he doesn't even have the outpost on his title. He says claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I put in Nemo, which is not even in the title. But yeah, thank you, Chris, for
Yeah.
letting me
Yeah, I know.
use that without your knowledge.
Well, he was on our. He was on our.
Yeah, I
He
know.
was actually on one of our ride throughs, so it was cool having him
He'll
on.
be fine.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So now that you guys have seen it, Zach and Sharon, what do you like? What did you like about it, or what stuck out?
Cool.
Yeah, it was cool. It was like I say, for me, it was narrator. It was cool to see the serpent, which is huge. It's massive,
Yeah,
which is cool. So I like that.
it's just a really
yeah.
cool ride. I love anything that's
Yeah.
like that underwater.
No, it's different. It's something different. It's something unique. It's something, that you don't see very often anymore, like that kind of ride system anymore. So the fact that it's still going at Disneyland, granted,
Yeah.
with the IP and everything, is still really cool. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to giving it a go when I go over. So for
Probably
sure,
quite
it's gonna
lucky.
be cool.
I think you're gonna like it, Zach.
Yeah, yeah.
Because if
What's
Finding
that?
Nemo wasn't such a popular movie, they may well have filled this in and turned it into something else,
Oh,
yeah,
God, don't
absolutely.
say that.
Yeah.
and then it would have been gone forever.
Oh.
Yeah, but they would have,
Oh,
Lewis, wouldn't they?
that hurts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love.
Well, that's what they did. That's what they did with the one at MK, didn't they? They filled it up, and now it's
Yeah,
Ariel.
filled it up. Now it's Little
So-
Mermaid.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really like this lagoon.
the ambience there at nighttime with all the
It's
lights. and
amazing.
everything.
Yeah.
I'm
like
really
that.
looking forward to
Yeah.
seeing it at night and just
I
sitting
am.
there.
And then you're
Yeah.
hearing the noises from the subs that coming by and the monorail going overhead.
going on.
Oh,
And then in the
money.
background, you hear
Matterhorn and all that.
mine,
Oh.
mine.
Yeah.
As the wind is right, you hear Harold from the mountain.
Yes,
and
yeah,
the-
you can hear him.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Oh, that's cool.
That section there. So there used to be a little what do you call it? A little alcove where you can kind of stand there and just look out at the
Lagoon.
subs and watch the monorail come by, and you're right next to the Matterhorn.
Yeah.
And I took a Google
It's still
360.
there. It's rocks, but you can.
Yeah, they filled it in with other things and stuff, but it used to be bigger.
Yeah.
And I took a Google 360 over there and had it on my whatever you call it, channel, I guess. And I don't know what you would call that, but it had over 1 million something views of that spot. Yeah. And then Disney had some guy go through there, so you can actually now do a Google walkthrough on there, and they got rid of my
Of course they did.
yeah, because they moved the that outcropping, they moved it in, and now where he walked was where I was standing.
No, wow.
Yeah.
They got rid of views.
Huh?
They wanted your views.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
I had over 1 million something.
They stole your joy. That's not cool.
I know.
Him and I were right there too. Whatever room was left there, and that's where I first met Pixar Charlie. He was walking around.
I don't know who that is.
Oh, well.
Sorry.
He doesn't do much stuff anymore. But
okay. I took a 360 of Heyman and Brett in front of
Hey, Leo.
Hey, Leo.
Hope you're doing well.
Yeah, good to see you.
Hey, Leo, have you did you ever get a chance to ride the classic subs?
Yeah.
Or the Nemo version, I guess, too. Yeah, so I'm sure I know the answer for this, but for those of us who've ridden it, which version do you like better, classic or Nemo?
That's kind of hard.
That's a hard question, man.
Yeah.
They're very different, though, aren't they?
They are different.
They are. So Nemo has like tons of screens, and which looks, it's a really cool effect that they have in there. While the classic version, there's no screens. It's all either
analog.
Yeah, it's either
classic analog
or just stationary things that are on there's some things that are on like a pendulum that just move back and forth. So it goes like that. Yeah.
So Leo says yes, classic.
Yeah. So what was your favorite part, Leo, in riding the subs?
I think I probably like the classic better, just because of what they did do back then.
Right.
And for as long as that was like,
it lasted a long time.
Yeah, without like major changes or anything. So, I know like they took it down to repair things once in a while, touch up.
29 years.
Yeah. For the most part, it didn't have any changes really until Nemo. So.
Right.
Yeah. I remember them draining it to paint and stuff, but that's about it. Yeah.
I mean, the only real changes when they had the mermaids, and then they didn't.
Oh no!
Yeah.
39 years. It lasted 39 years. Holy goodness, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's a long time for a Disney attraction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In its original, incantation. So yeah.
Yeah. This mug I got was or not mug. It's tumbler. It was for the celebrating 60 years from 1959 to 2019, and it was the subs, the Matterhorn, and the monorail, all three on this.
Yeah, Leo, we just watched the ride through and showed pictures of the.
Here, I'll show you the picture, Leo.
This is from the Van Eaton auction
galleries
when I was there.
The auction at the Van Eaton.
Yeah. Yeah, it was an auction thing because he was selling some of his stuff.
A lot of his collection.
Oh, Jason.
Dang, Jason, that sucks.
Yeah. Because it's a long way to go as well.
Yeah.
Jason doesn't live that far from me, Lewis.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Yeah.
That would suck. You fly all the way over there and go want to ride it. And
disappointment.
How many times did you go? Were you able to go down there? Kind of curious since this one hasn't never been.
Yeah, but he used to travel all over the place.
It says cool.
Yeah.
It is cool.
It is cool.
Yeah.
Great.
I was so glad to go there and take all these pictures, and
I wanted to go down so badly at that point, but I just couldn't.
I just the funniest thing. There are two funny things that happened with Chris, and something with his shoe. His shoe broke, and he was walking in there with his socks through the whole thing. And then the other part was they were using his video for a Space Mountain, and they didn't ask him for permission, and they actually cropped out his.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you talked about that.
Yeah, they cropped his
Wow, they
logo
just
out.
plagiarized the heck out of it.
Yeah, so I went up to the guy, and I'm like, "Hey, do you know you're using my friend's video?" And he goes, "Oh, I don't know. It was some guy, or I forgot his name. He's the one that did our videos and stuff." I'm like, "Well, yeah, he's using my friend's video." And then, oh, he got all like nervous and stuff. And of course, Chris being Chris, is like, "I don't care. That's all right."
Yeah, but he cares because he wants the credit. I mean,
that's the thing. They should have. They should have
like
given
a lot of
credit.
these people that we use their videos, we make sure, like, even if I forget, one of us says it, who's that?
Right. Everybody gets properly attributed for their
have to
credit.
give the credit.
And they didn't give Chris credit, which
that's
is
so
bad. And that's why we were kind of upset.
Yeah.
You know, especially that they cropped his LMG Vids
no doubt.
logo
Not
off.
cool.
So no.
All right, so Jay says maybe 4 times. So that's
wow.
A lot.
That's kind of cool.
Especially from the UK.
Yeah.
But all 4 times it was close.
Yeah. Oh man, that's annoying.
Kind of curious, what other rides did you not make it on, or some, like was other stuff closed, or was everything else you were able to get on?
Yeah, now he's got to type.
Yeah,
type fast.
Well, and he's got to remember. You're asking him to
I know.
remember.
I know.
We'll have to-
It's okay. There's already a delay. We'll wait 10 minutes. Yeah. So I was saying, I think I like the classic better, but Nemo is a good attraction as well.
Absolutely.
I like the classic because of nostalgia, and being with my dad on the ride. Of course, I'm gonna like that, but what they did when they replaced it is, I think they did a good job in updating it and replacing it with Finding Nemo. I thought they were actually going to do a Little Mermaid. That's what I first thought.
You never know until they moved it to DCA.
Right. So
that would have been funny because that's how it got replaced on the how the 20,000 got replaced.
Oh yeah.
Because it's New Fantasyland, which isn't new, even though we still call it New Fantasyland. It's not. It will always be New Fantasyland, even though it's old New Fantasyland.
Well, and that's the thing, is like even their New Fantasyland looks like our old one.
So
That's true.
We used to call New Tomorrowland up until the Jules Verne on the cheap. Like when I was a kid growing up, you always called it New Tomorrowland. You just didn't call it Tomorrowland. And it's because it's something like hangover from like my parents and everything. Because my parents remember the 55 to 66 version of Tomorrowland.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And granted, I wasn't around till that. I wasn't around until New Tomorrowland. But my parents had called it that, and I always called it that, and everybody I knew called it that. So
that's
weird.
Yeah, I never.
It's like
I
why
never
we call New Fantasyland now, because everybody knows it like that.
The Jules Verne version I call Junk Tomorrowland.
Exactly.
What did Jason say?
He was saying it sticks out because it was the only thing he couldn't do.
Yeah, it's always.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
You're always guaranteed the one ride you really want to do will be the one ride that's not open when you go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, that's why I was asking. This is
true.
Only get down 4 times.
That was like with me trying to get on Horizons.
Yeah.
That one last time, and you just couldn't. And it sucked, and it sticks with me to this day about how if I could go on any theme park attraction again, even more than America Sings, I'd want to go on Horizons one last time.
I know this
with People Mover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, I go to the People Mover at MK. Every time
you're lucky.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
I think I rode People Mover one of the last times. Maybe not like, the last day,
car,
but like in the last month or whatever.
Yeah.
Like back in '95, right?
Yeah, because that's when I was still in Redondo.
Right.
That's when I graduated anyway. But one of the things I didn't get to do most people don't care about, but I never got to go on Circle Vision before that closed.
Oh yeah.
Like I've been on it many times, but I wanted to go again. And
right.
Yeah. Oh, that hurt. Oh.
And that going back, that's what they should put in.
Well, and they should do it with the Spear version, like we were saying, but then they can show videos too.
But
yeah,
if you come to Epcot, Steve and Jason, you can relive your Circle Vision memories again.
Yeah.
Not only do we have wonders of China, but we have Canada far and wide.
Yeah.
But like
how France one as well, isn't there?
Good to see you, Manny.
Hasn't the France one got a?
No, that's now the Beauty and the Beast sing along.
Yeah, but they still show the France thing.
Rarely. I mean,
yeah, that was a riot when they tried to get rid of it. They had to bring it back.
But how cool would it be if they brought back and like upscaled and whatever, cleaned up the footage of the classic Circle Visions and did it in the new style, like we're saying, with like the Spear technology.
The Spear, yeah.
You mean like America the Beautiful and American Journeys?
Yeah, all this
stuff.
And do it like the Vegas style in the Sphere.
Oh, in the Sphere, yeah.
You project it in the America Sings building or Innovations building or whatever, Launch Bay building.
That thing's getting torn down. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's got a TVC club above it, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But did you guys ever see how they filmed that?
Yes.
Yeah.
The cars look like the
Google cars.
Google cars, yeah.
Right, where they rigged the cameras on the World War II bomber. Yeah. And they flew it out to Mount St. Helens.
And they also have like a car-mounted version as well.
Yeah, they have a car-mounted version as well. It's very
and
cool.
That's crazy. Like to think about how they did that, and just like even the foresight to have the cameras on the tower when they're building Disneyland. Like, we would never have this footage. If we do that. It just amazes me that back then they did that, and like now we're like, oh, look what we can do today, and they did it way back then.
Yeah, I know.
Well, definitely Walt Disney again. Another instance of him providing inspiration to the future.
Yeah. Well, look at our ride today. What we did today, the subs. Look all how he brought that in, and nobody was thinking of bringing in a submarine ride.
No.
Yeah.
Ahead of its time.
Yeah. Yep.
It just shows it is because it's still going strong today.
Right.
Yeah. Yep.
And then him telling Bobby Gurr to learn trigonometry so he could design the Matterhorn. And make that's the world's first tubular steel roller coaster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Without computers. He does it on it. I mean, if you've ever heard Bob recount how he built the Matterhorn, he talks about sitting on his kitchen table in Rialto where he lived, and he's literally drawing it out by hand on his kitchen table. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Along with his high school trigonometry book.
Yeah. From what I remember, he says he doesn't ride that. He didn't enjoy it. I think he only rode it like once or twice.
Bob? Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously they actually messed up. Not because it's not obvious, but that track goes like this, whereas new roller coasters will do this.
Yeah,
so that's why you're looked around a lot.
Yeah.
But
it's still fun to ride.
Yeah, it is. But that's what makes it.
I'm really looking forward to riding it.
And it's because of that ride that they were like, that's not the way to do it.
Yeah.
I seriously recommend that Sammy doesn't partake in the experience.
She's gonna ride it.
Well, then she's a brave person.
She'll strap her back up. She'll ride it once to say she's done it. Like Space Mountain. The
Space Mountain for me wasn't as bad, but
no, she can't ride the Walt Disney World Space Mountain anymore because it's too rickety for her.
Right.
I'm gonna say your Space Mountain Disneyland's a lot smoother, isn't it?
It is.
Yeah, and ours is ours is single file or is ours double?
Yours is side by side. Ours is tandem.
Yeah.
Yours is the old like bobsled.
It
Yes.
is the 1978 iteration bobsled.
Which is also funny because Splash Mountain, ours
It's
was
double
single
the other way
file.
around, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
Whereas Disneyland Splash Mountain's tandem, while ours was side by side. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tiana's is side by side still because it's the same bloody ride vehicle.
Right.
Yeah.
More or less.
Still gets soaking wet.
Yeah.
Got drowned on it. I wasn't happy.
Yeah. Well, imagine what you're going to be like on the Disneyland version.
I'm sitting behind Steve, so he gets wet.
Well, I'm thinking you probably get more wet on Disney Worlds just because you have two people.
No.
No. Yours is like.
How would you know?
50
You never
miles
been on the other one.
Yeah, but yours is
Looking at Chris's videos, you get way wetter.
Yeah. Yeah, yours
on
is like
your version
50
than
miles
you
an
do.
hour.
I never really got
No,
that wet
it's
on that.
because the Walt Disney one displaces more water.
Yeah.
So it pushes
Outward.
it out. Whereas
Yeah.
the
That could be
Disneyland
true.
version's more
It
narrow.
comes
So
out, yeah.
you're gonna get it when
Drowned
you
you
actually
in
do
the boat.
I
big
think I may
ride.
have gotten soaked once all the times I
All
rode
right.
on there.
Jason's going in the front. I'm going in the back.
I think they're fun.
True story.
I love being in the front because you have that, or they used to have that. What do you call it? That little
The crash
character.
bar?
No, they had like a little character sitting up front and everything.
Oh
and,
yeah.
And I used to always do bang on the front of the log, playing drums on the front of the log. So.
Well, anyway, I'm sitting behind one of these two because they're bigger than me, and I'm not going to get wet.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
You can just like kind of duck and you'll.
You can duck all you like. I'm still going to be
No,
smaller.
I said
than
you can duck and you'll be like totally covered.
And then you guys can go in the subs, and I'll go sit in the room and watch.
Little room.
The outpost.
The outpost, yeah.
And be bag lady and hold everything.
No, it's called a locker. We don't carry stuff.
I always carry stuff.
Nah, we put everything in
back and
lockers.
forth lockers.
Yep.
Well, because
You can't fit the lid.
Cynthia's mobility disabled, we always load up her device with all our junk. I mean,
Yeah.
like it looked like a gypsy cart by the time we're done. Upstairs.
Which is
We'll
fine
probably
if
have
you never
very
left
yellow,
it.
like in the Wind of Willows.
Yeah.
But if you had somebody who was going to go on your rides with you and you had to leave that, you couldn't really just leave everything.
Oh no. With how it works at Walt Disney World, you can take it up to the ride and then they store it in an alcove while you experience the attraction.
So you
And
leave
then,
all your
like
stuff
there's
on
no like what do you call it, like mobility disabled parking or whatever. You park it in the attraction. It's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, at Disneyland, you just leave them where the strollers are.
Oh no,
no.
Walt
But
Disney World.
if you have a mobile scooter or whatever,
Mhm.
you ride all the way to the ride.
Yes.
And then the cast member takes the vehicle and puts it aside. So
I guess that's
Yeah.
true. It's not true on every
but
attraction.
it's still in the attraction. It's not like out in scooter
Yeah.
parking out front.
I know on Pirates they'll take you for the back way.
yeah, that's the
Right.
back. Yeah, you go.
Yeah,
through
they do
Like the
that.
Haunted
Paris,
Mansion
they do.
experience
Yeah.
before the upgrade.
The thing.
Yep.
No.
I only have a little bag and it comes everywhere with me. It's fine.
All right.
Well,
I
we
don't want to
buying
carry it.
popcorn buckets. You're going to want to put them in.
I ain't
I'm,
carrying it.
I'm
Super
not buying
sippers.
popcorn buckets. I'm not
Yeah,
the
I wouldn't
popcorn
want to part with
bucket
a
whore.
super sipper.
That's
for
Sam.
Yeah.
Somebody
Mhm.
is.
I know somebody's buying popcorn buckets. She can
At least
carry
not
her
one
own
of
damn
them.
buckets.
Yeah. No, it's called a locker.
The biggest locker. Probably need like 2 or 3.
Yeah, that's all right. No big deal.
Oh.
Well, all right. Anybody else have anything on that?
No, it was a fun experience.
Yeah, it's
Brought
a lot
back
of
It looks so
memories.
cool. I really wish
Yeah.
that we could have ridden it as was.
fun. Yeah.
I just want to add something for our friends at home and around the world. Like Chris Provost and Sailor Nick said, if you got the time, go check out Disneyland 59. It's got a lot of great backstory on the attraction, and it's just a lot of fun if you're into like classic Disneyland. It's really cool.
Yeah,
stuff.
and it's the black and white version,
Yes,
right? Yeah,
it's all in
So
black and white from the Disneyland
Cool.
television program.
Yeah.
It's like you're saying, like, cool because you never experienced black and white TV. We had it up until the 70s, man.
Yeah, I know.
True
I know.
story.
Yeah, I've never experienced it.
That's funny.
Until you watch
Lucky
the Reluctant Dragon, right?
Huh?
Until you watch the Reluctant Dragon when it's half in black and white.
Oh yeah,
And the feature.
Yeah, that was great when they.
Yeah.
Oh, we're in the Technicolor room.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, that was
It
cool.
was very cool.
Yeah, cool transition.
So next week, Friday, on the next ride through, we are going to be doing the Nautilus from Walt Disney World. So today was the original subs from Disneyland, and next week will be the Nautilus from Walt Disney World. So it's gonna be cool. I've never seen that at all. So yeah, it'd be kind of fun to experience that. This was neat, going back to seeing what it was, and the guy's voice right away. So
we also have a new URL shortener, I guess, which I put up in our Nightbot. So there's 2 new links there to get to our link tree, which has, well, they're going to link to the team side on the website, which is kind of under construction, but we'll all have our own pages with our own social medias and all that stuff. And then there's the Discord invite link. So I put those in the chat. Hopefully it went out to everybody's channel. You can also just go to hahasigns.link, which that's what it is. And that'll actually just take you to the website as well. So
there you go.
All right. Well, thank you all for joining. Leo, Christina, and Manny.
Jason.
And Jason, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the chat. It was actually really fun this time.
Yeah.
Well, like usually it is, but
yeah, I know.
You say that like it's never
no, it just seemed like it was extra. There's no like down or dead time. Like we were just constantly going,
Yeah.
So
be sure to like and subscribe. Share with your friends and family.
Wait, are you going to say peace for Zach too?
Yeah.
I already did.
Well, what he said. And then you can comment below and let us know your thoughts on this ride or on the.
Tell us what you liked about this classic attraction.
Yeah,
there you go.
And don't forget, next week, same time,
Same
we'll be
place.
doing same
Places.
bat time, same bat
channels.
We'll be doing
25 weeks.
Yeah, this will be fun. Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
And we'll
Have
see
to
you.
get a map up as well to see what it replaced. That'll be cool.
And we will see you on the next one.